it was a choice. And was it a good choice? That remains to be seen. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to a new video. Today, we are doing a little bit of a journal review with a twist. This is a Temu journal review. I want to talk about it, okay? So let's get real here. I had only shopped from Temu once before. I went a little crazy and got a ton of scrapbooking and journaling decoration supplies. And I was honestly hesitant to do it because you hear a lot about Temu and about the quality and et cetera, et cetera. But I was so impressed with the quality of the scrapbook supplies that I got from Temu. A lot of the paper, a lot of the stickers, it was really like nice stuff. And it surprised me. And I'm still using this stuff to this day. So when I was approached, I guess, through email to be part of the Temu influencer program, listen, this doesn't happen to me. I have a very small following. I don't get offered this type of thing a lot. And the thing is that I really wanted to try some of Temu's journals and to see if they were good. They have a lot that look really appealing on the website, but the God's honest, like embarrassing truth is that I'm broke. I'm just like dirt broke right now. So they're offering this opportunity to try some of their journals for free-ish and then to make content about them and to see if you like them. And so I wanted to try it, and it was a choice, and I recognize that it was a choice that I made, and I'm giving it a shot. And I just want to break down these journals totally honestly. You're going to get a look at everything I got, and I'm going to tell you the real truth about how I felt about them. There's a lot of them. I'm going to try to lift up this pile. Oh, it's a big pile. Look, anyone who knows and likes journals will understand that when you have the opportunity to go crazy, you're gonna go crazy, right? Like, can we really be blamed? I don't know. So this is the stack of journals I got. There's 10 and then a set of smaller ones, which I'm gonna put to specific use. So let's check it out. We're gonna go one journal at a time. I'm checking out the quality of the paper. Inside, we're doing a pen test, and we're gonna talk about it. And at the end, I will come back and tell you which ones are my favorites. Let's go. Heads up, the journal names on the screen will help you find exactly what you're looking for in the description. The first journal we're looking at here is a hardcover notebook. This is pretty thin notebook, but I kind of like that. I feel like you could work through it really quickly, which sometimes you just want to fill a journal. So this would be definitely a good one for that. I'm really glad that I went with this color. It is not a color I would usually pick, but I'm so glad that I picked this and not just like my usual black choice. On the front, this is a slightly thicker paper for this very first page. It has a space for name and address, which is probably something that I would cover up or decorate over. And then there's like that kind of placeholder page, which I usually glue to the thicker paper. And then the cool thing is this journal has a table of contents. I've been really into table of contents lately in my journals, especially for like some research that I do and stuff. So it has a 2-page table of contents, and then all the pages are numbered, which helps you with the table of contents. It's only 2 pages but for the table of contents, but I feel like because the journal's so thin, that would probably be more than enough to get you through the whole thing. And then in the back, there's no pocket. It's just kind of blank. And I don't know. I don't usually use the pocket in the journal, so that doesn't bother me too much. There is a ribbon bookmark, and we're going to pen test now. So first pen I'm using is a Sharpie pen, which is my go-to pen. Next is a fine point Sharpie. Next is a Papermate Flare. And the next is a RSVP just ballpoint pen. and finally a just regular gel pen. These are pretty much the only pens that I would typically use in a journal, so that's what I'm using to kind of see how they hold up on the paper, and you'll see the same pens throughout every journal. The paper honestly is better than I thought it would be. It feels a little bit thinner, but the bleed is not too bad. I really love this one. It's an 8 out of 10. I'm definitely gonna use it. Next up is this hardcover crane decorated notebook. It has a magnet closure and it's a pretty strong magnet, which is nice. There's a obviously really pretty decoration on the outside. It does feel like the cover could get damaged pretty easily, but I really love how beautiful that is. On the first page is, again, something that I would probably cover over with a decoration, and it's just kind of simple. And then the cool thing about this journal is it starts with regular lined pages, but then there is also square, like graph pages, and then the journal ends with a big chunk of blank pages. 3 different kinds of paper in this one journal. I don't know, I've never personally seen that before. I am very into that. I did a pen test on all 3 of the kinds of paper. It's definitely a thinner paper, but I think with just like a regular pen, it would hold up pretty well. Having the 3 options all within one journal, I don't know, that is very cool to me. I don't know how I would even use it, but I'm definitely gonna use it. I don't know, I can't wait to play with it. It's just such a cool concept to have all 3 types in one journal. And there is a ribbon bookmark. This is an 8 out of 10. I am absolutely gonna use this journal. Next up is a really simple notebook that I was disappointed right away. It has writing on the pages. This is a personal thing for me. If something has writing on the pages, the odds of me using it drops exponentially. I just don't like it. It is kind of cute that it has like the weather and the days of the week, but I'm just not going to use it. The paper, it's super thin. It's that kind of paper that's like, it's really buttery and smooth, but it's like very, very thin. I don't know, maybe this would be good for just like to-do lists or to use as like a scratch pad, but realistically, I know that I'm probably not going to use it on a daily basis. It's a 4 out of 10. This next one, I will be totally honest, I got because I thought the cover was cool. It just has this really like weird dynamic font on the front and a little bit on the back as well. On the inside, it is just a lined notebook, but again, it does have that little space for the date, which I just don't like it. I don't know, it's a personal thing. This paper was a little bit thicker than the previous journal. There is still some bleed, but it's not too bad. I don't know, it's pretty thin paper though. But I would be more likely to use this one because even though there's writing on the pages, it's a little bit less than the other one. It's a 6 out of 10. I could see myself using it. Now this one, I was so excited to get to this one. Okay, so obviously the cover is beautiful. I got it because of the cover. I really like bees and it's holographic. It's so pretty. And I was so intrigued by this notebook. It's kind of like a really smooth texture and it's got this pretty illustration on the inside with bees and flowers and honeycombs. And again, this is something I'd usually cover, but honestly, I really like that. I don't want to cover it. I think it's so pretty. And on the inside, you'll see shortly, it is a dot grid. There's a pocket in the back. This one does have the pocket. I think it might be the only journal that has a pocket that I got from Temu. It's a dotted grid, very light dots. You can barely see them, but they are there. And this paper is thick. By far, this is the thickest paper in any journal that I got from Temu. It is, you can tell it's a good paper. I really could tell just by feeling it before the pen test that this was the best paper for sure. And then when you see on the back after the pen test, there was a little smear with the gel pen, but I think I just moved too fast. But there is no bleed at all, not even from the Sharpie. So that is pretty good. That's a good quality paper. And again, definitely the best paper that I found in any of the Temu journals. There is also 2 ribbon bookmarks in this one, which is very cool and very cute. And yeah, I gotta tell you, this one undoubtedly, I will be using it, and probably soon. This is a 9 out of 10. Next up, another simple black notebook. It's very basic. Front and back are blank, no pocket, totally blank. There is a ribbon bookmark, which is nice, and the cover is really nice, but again, there is the writing on the inside. I really just, I don't like it. The paper is that same kind of thin paper that we saw in the previous one. I would be more likely to use this one because the cover is nice, but still, with that writing on the pages, it's only a 5 out of 10. And next one, I picked gray, which I thought was kind of cool and different. It is a flex cover. It is not a hardcover. Totally blank on the first and last pages, and there's writing. Again, same thing. The days of the week, the weather, the date. Again, maybe I'd be a little more likely to use this one because it has like the nice faux leather cover, but the paper's really thin still. It's only gonna be a 5 out of 10. That's it. That's all you can get when there's writing on the pages. Now this one, I was really excited about this one. You know, obviously on that cover design alone, you know that I love a floral. If you've watched any video of mine, it has this really pretty design on that first inlay, and the pages are, this little bit kind of got stuck together, but again, I usually glue down the first page to whatever that like harder, thicker page is, just to prevent that. It is a lined page, but the lines are very light. You can like barely even see them, but they are there. And this paper is definitely good. It's not quite as thick as the B, but it's definitely thicker than the 5 out of 10 notebooks we got so far. And yeah, I mean, the bleed is not too bad. I can definitely see myself using this as like a daily journal to just write about the day or feeling type stuff. And I don't know, I really, really liked this one. There's a ribbon bookmark, which is nice. And the cover is just irresistible. And it's because it's that hard cover, it gets an 8 out of 10 for me. I really liked this one. Next up, this was kind of a fluke on my part. I was drawn in by the cover, I'll be totally honest, but I did not realize that this is meant for, I think, like lettering or brush writing or calligraphy or kanji or something like that. So the lines are kind of weird. The paper's real thin. It's kind of just that like thinner type of paper. I do think this would be good if you were going to use it for whatever its like intended purpose is, just as like a small notebook to use for that. But for me, it's only a 5 out of 10. The cover is pretty though. And next, this is huge. You saw that price point, but I have to tell you that is the price point because this thing is gigantic. I think it's like 700 pages. It's all totally blank except for this little design on the first page. It's blank paper. It's huge. It's huge. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this book. The paper is really like silky and smooth, but it is like on the thinner side. I just had to get it because it was so big. There's double ribbon bookmarks. I feel like you could find something really cool to do with this. The pen test shows us that it is definitely bleeding a little bit. I would probably use a ballpoint or the Sharpie pen in this guy. Sharpie pen, not Sharpie. Definitely don't use Papermate Flare. As you can tell, it smears. And that's the first time that happened in any of these journals. But with the Sharpie pen, I think it would be good. It's a 7 out of 10 just because it's so big. And finally, I got this 12 pack of these craft notebooks. These are as simple as it gets. It's just like a thick cover and blank paper. And I thought these could be really cute for my collage, like mini notebooks, you know, like my mini collage journals that I do. And I thought this would work really well for that. The paper is definitely on the thinner side, but I don't think I would write in these. I think I would collage in these, so that doesn't bother me too much. It's a very simple little notebook that honestly, I really like it. I think it could be really, really cute. And it's just kind of like a simple, nice 7 out of 10. All right, so we went through the stack. Now, for me, my least favorites were these. They are the ones that have writing on the inside, that have like a date, stuff on the pages. That's a very personal thing for me. When I get a journal that has that, I'm sad. So, and I could not tell that it had that on the website. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but being honest, it's also probably the worst paper quality. So these are my least favorites, but my favorites are all of these kind of pretty much more of the like hardcover ones that I got. These 4 are so solid. I am absolutely going to use these. I'm going to fill them front to back. I loved the paper quality on all of these. I especially love this one for the 3 different kinds of paper, lined, squared, and plain. That is really cool. I love that. I love the magnet closure also. This one is probably my #1 favorite. The paper in this one is very good quality. I love the shiny cover, which doesn't seem like it's gonna come off. It seems like it's, you know, it's on there. And it's just really cute. It has a pocket in the back. This is probably #1. And then these 2 also, I really like these. This one has very nice quality paper, will be a really nice just like daily journal for writing feelings and things. And this one I also liked. It's very simple, it's very thin. You could probably fill this really fast. And again, definitely better quality paper, but mostly I specifically love the page numbers and the table of contents. So that's the stack. If you want to check out all of these journals, they are linked in my description. They are affiliate codes. So let's see what happens. I've literally like never really done something exactly like this before. So I don't know, check it out. Like these 4 specifically, I will truly recommend to you that I like them and I think they are good. Look how pretty, right? Like, come on. That's it. We are all journaled out here and I can't wait to dig into these a little bit more. I have a special plan for these, for this set of tiny ones. So stay tuned for that. And I will be back with you soon with more journal and collage fun. And I hope to see you again.